All right, so how do you know if the dog food you're buying for your dog is the best dog food or if it's really bad? Let's just talk about some indicators that will tell you that your dog food is not the best. So the stool, if it's tan colored, very light, probably not the best. That's an indicator usually that you maybe need to make a switch or you need to add something. Another indicator is soft stool. If it's consistently soft, that's a huge indicator that the food is probably not the best, or that something needs to be added to it or something needs to be taken away. Another indicator is a lot of times is allergies. Allergies could come in the form of stool. They could also come in the form of skin irritations that are consistent, even eye irritations. These are things that a lot of times could be environmental allergens, but they could also be due to the quality or the ingredients in the food that your dog is consuming. I'm going to go over some indicators that tell you that the food is probably a good match for your dog. The stool is very dark. If it's very dark, that's usually an indicator that's just one indicator, by the way. That's not the only, okay? Because it could be dark and soft, and that's not good. But if it's dark, that's usually a good sign. Another indicator is if it's consistently firm. If the poop is very firm and pretty much hard as a rock, that's usually a good indicator. That means the dog food is being absorbed quite a bit and there isn't a whole lot of moisture when that makes it through your dog's system. The other thing too is when the poop is consistently small. Indicator if they're on the right food is they don't poop quite as much. Maybe they'll poop once, twice a day, but even when they do, it's not tremendous amount. So those are indicators that tell you that the food that you're on or the supplements that you're adding to your dog food are typically good. I wanted to just close out by telling you a little bit of my experience, a little bit of what I do. And I also want to give the disclaimer that I am not a veterinarian, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just a guy that has been working with dogs for a long time, and I've made some mistakes when it comes to diet, and I've also, figured some things out. I have read this awesome book that I'm going to recommend that you do. It's The Forever Dog. It's an excellent book. It goes into a lot more detail than I can on diet, and it's helped me sort of formulate a plan for my dog's diet. So some of the things that I do is I feed my dogs kibble. I don't do raw. The kibble that I use meets the criteria for it to be a decent kibble. But on top of that, I also add things to it. So I'll add organs. I also add raw eggs. I also add some apple cider vinegar. I do this daily, as well as wheatgrass and turmeric. I also give my working dogs Dazaquin, which is a joint supplement. So those are the things that I do. My dogs' bowel movements are always pretty firm, pretty dark, much better than they were, years ago when I was kind of figuring this out.